If you're feeling super overwhelmed, like there's way too many things going on in your life right now, this episode is for you. Seriously, we're going to set up a couple of systems to try to make you feel like you're a little bit more in control of your life. Hey, friend, welcome to the Ready to Rise podcast with your host, me, Audrey Rose. This is the podcast all about taking your life to the next level. Join me on my journey as I create a life that I'm obsessed to wake up for every day. I hope that you are ready to create a life that you really, really love. Are you ready to rise? Hey guys, so welcome back to another episode of the Sunday Scaries. I'm super excited to share today just a little bit of something I recently learned that I'm really excited to chat about. So I just want to talk real fast about having way too much to do on your to-do list, right? Right now, I feel like I want to just jab my eyes out with a fork sometimes. I'm starting a business, taking care of myself. I'm back on my gut health kick, and I don't want to call it a kick. It's a lifestyle, honestly. But I'm back doing my gut health. I'm back on my workouts. I'm back on all my good stuff, right? Taking care of myself. I'm semi-newly engaged, dog mom, back in school completing my undergrad. I'm almost done with that. And I work 12-hour shifts as a nurse, right? It's a demanding job. And I'm sure there's more that I'm just forgetting to say. I just want to say though, with all these things going on, what I learned how to do and what I'm so excited about doing is creating systems. So the whole reason that I'm so stoked about this is literally, I should show it in my stories. I will show it in my stories. There's a whiteboard that I have in my office, and I literally have it written Monday through Sunday and all the things that I have to do on each day. And I'm not joking. I literally broke it down completely. I feel like I'm back in nursing school, breaking this stuff down completely. Literally, what day am I doing the vacuuming? But honestly, I think that for this busy season in life, I'm going to wake up. I'm already doing this. So honesty is the policy here, of course, on this podcast. That's how you know that you're on the journey with me. I am already waking up feeling resentment towards my day, feeling resentment towards my significant other who gets to spend more time on Instagram than me, scrolling and laying in bed, right? I'm already feeling so frustrated and so crazy busy out of my mind. I'm feeling there's just so much to do and that I don't have time for everything, right? So if life is so busy for you that you can't even focus on the task at hand, you're rushing through it so quickly so that you can go get something else done, or you're maybe just so frustrated with it that you're not even enjoying it. I shared a couple weeks ago about enjoying the process, and I truly believe in that right now. If we are enjoying the process to this maybe destination, maybe not, we might pivot, who knows? But if we're enjoying that, life is so much better, right? It's obviously going to be enjoyable. So that's the whole point here is figuring out what we can do to make ourselves fall back in love with our life and not wake up with all this resentment or frustration or refreshing our Instagram message feed, hoping that somebody's canceled plans with us. It's got to get better. So I think for me, what I'm really excited to share with you is a system. And do I recommend having your life be basically on autopilot and every minute scheduled? No. I know that that's a big part of mindfulness and all of that is being able to be in the moment, being able to enjoy your life and be so excited for all these little things. But for right now, with so much going on, I didn't even mention that my grandpa's going on hospice, and it's been hard. I'm definitely taking the lead on that because I'm the only nurse in the family. I have a brother and sister who are both in emergency personnel and, first responder services, which is freaking amazing. Shout out. But they don't have that kind of knowledge behind them of what happens, how do we set up hospice? How do we do all that type of stuff? So that's on me, and they're obviously helpful and amazing. However, I still have to kind of focus on a lot of these things, right? So it can be so much, but finding a system where we can just take a step back and have things slightly on autopilot just for this time period is probably going to be useful. So by setting up systems to make you feel like you're more in control of your life, it's going to help you know, like, it's going to help you separate out the different aspects of your life, which is going to help you so much because I find for myself, it's like, okay, professional healthcare worker. Okay, now I'm a granddaughter. Okay, well, now I'm a soon to be wife. Now I'm a dog mom. Now I'm this, now I'm that, right? I'm a student. I'm a podcaster, like all the things. So for me, I have to literally think of it in hats. And I'm not joking. Like, I know that that sounds silly. And we oftentimes say that, like, let me put my nurse hat on. But it's so true. Like, while I'm a nurse, I need to be a nurse, right? That's what's going to make me good at that job. That's what matters in that moment. When I'm a podcaster, I need to focus on being a podcaster. I want to show up for my community. I want to send out those texts. I want to get you guys inspired. I want to change your guys' lives, right? I can't do that if I'm thinking about my day job. Then we come down to being a significant other. I want to be a good significant other. And have I been lately? I'm going to be honest with you and say no. I haven't been. I've been giving a lot of my frustrations to him, and I feel so bad for that. So it's time to change that, right? So I need to set that time aside when I'm super focused and intentional in that relationship, and I'm not sitting there thinking about other things. So set up little systems. Like for me, how I started is, I know this is going to really sound like grade school. Take that with a grain of salt. But I'm literally made a list, categorized, and I started just brain dumping my to-do list and my everyday tasks, my habits, my everything, right? Down from like making food, meal prepping, all the way to like being a good significant other. And then I kind of categorize them into the different areas. And now I'm just trying to set up like blocks, right? And obviously I'm not blocking out my significant other time. Like I'm only going to be a good significant other on like Friday afternoons, right? Like that's obviously not the case. But what I can do is set up the blocks for like, here's my VA time, or here's my time pouring into a podcast community, or here's my time hosting a podcast, or this is my time working on my website, / this is my time at work, / this is the time that I, do household activities, right? And by doing that, I'm noticing that I'm starting to feel a little bit less pressure on myself to be like the perfect human. And it's really helpful because I don't want to feel like I have to be so much pressure at every moment to be everything, because we just can't be. It's just absolutely not fair. So with that is the second step, which would be like grace, right? Having so much grace for yourself as you move through these periods, because sometimes you're going to have, like we've been talking about this whole time, right? We're going to have these moments where it's not going to be perfect. So you have to give yourself grace for that. If you don't give yourself grace, like if I don't give myself grace, then I'm just going to beat myself up and continue repeating the cycle. And that's not fair, right? Like when we beat ourselves up, we start to act differently. We start to blame ourselves for things. We might give up completely on a task that we're doing. And like, to be freaking frank, there is no time for that. I think the other component too to fighting the Sunday scaries in this way, like by segmenting our tasks, out and like making ourselves feel more like there's systems involved and like we're going through the systems, is to just make sure that we lower our to-do list as much as possible during those busy times, right? So during a super busy time like this, I was literally just talking to my fiance about this. He was like, you're going to have to start saying no to so many things. And I know that this is a time of growth for you. And I know that there's so many opportunities out there, but you have to say no to some of them. And he even put himself on the list. He's like, you might have to say no to me sometimes too. That's just part of it. So reducing our to-do list in general, creating systems for everything, and then also giving ourselves grace for what we can't get done or what just has to get done a little bit differently. Like you've heard the saying messy action. Sometimes we're just going to take messy action on those things. We're going to buy the store-bought brownies for the PTA bake sale. Like it's going to be fine. But it does come down to those priorities, right? So my priority is, I don't even have kids, but I just love this analogy. But like my priority is not going to be making homemade brownies for the PTA bake sale. I'm sorry. But my priority is going to be my fiance. It is going to be feeding my dog, right? Feeding myself, going to my workout class. And so often we do the whole thing where we like skip the workout class. We skip the healthy meal. We hit the drive-through, right? But that is not going to be us pouring into ourselves and creating a sustainable lifestyle to have the energy and to have the motivation to stand up and like to continue on doing all these things that we have on our to-do list during this busy season. So I feel like that's where I want to leave things with you guys. I just want to wrap up here. All right, before that thought, I just wanted to remind you guys to hit up gutpersonal.com to check out some of my favorite supplements for gut health. Don't forget to use that Ready to Rise code at the end to save yourself a little cash. Also, doing a quick giveaway. Go check out the IG profile, my personal Instagram at Hello Audrey Rose for all the details, but we have hit 100 episodes, as you know, last week, and I'm doing a really big giveaway of all of my favorite things. I want you to check it out. I hope you win it. It's going to be so much fun. Lots of fun stuff. Are you ready? Yeah, I feel like that's definitely where I want to wrap things up with those last tidbits, that last little summary of everything, and go out there and kick the day's booty. I'm so serious. Everything that relates to Sunday Scaries relates to the fact that we are not taking care of ourselves and we are not prioritizing the things that matter. And that's basically what leads to burnout. That feeling that I don't want to go to work on Monday. I don't want to go in right now. I see somebody calling that's from work and I just can't answer it and I don't want to take the time to. All of those are little tiny red flags that you're heading towards burnout if you haven't already, if that makes sense. So just pay attention to those little things, right? Pay attention, check it out. And when we are aware of things, that's how we can do better for ourselves. If you made it this far into the episode, by the way, DM me. Literally, we're going to do a DM. We're not going to email anybody else on my team. We are going to do a straight DM to me at Hello Audrey Rose. You're going to DM me, made it this far, and that's going to put you in for a giveaway straight up to you from me, a giveaway. I'm not even going to say what it is because I have multiple cool signed books as well as a bunch of really cool Get Soul CBD items and all kinds of really fun stuff. So again, DM me at Hello Audrey Rose, made it this far. Love you, girl. You got this. You got this, and you know you do. Just go out and get it. I'm so happy you got to make it to another amazing episode of the Ready to Rise podcast. Don't hesitate to share this with a friend that needs to hear it. Send it straight to their DMs. Take a screenshot, throw it up in your stories, tag me in it at Hello Audrey Rose. And don't forget, if you leave a written review on the iTunes app, that also helps people find it. So if it resonates with you, help others find it. And I can't wait to hear how much you loved this awesome episode. Have a blessed day.